Hey everyone, and welcome to the thrilling world of Formula One. This is a sport that combines speed, precision, and sheer adrenaline. It's a spectacle that has captivated millions around the globe. This sport is all about fast cars, roaring engines, and the incredible teamwork that happens behind the scenes. From the engineers to the pit crew, everyone plays a crucial role. And let's not forget some of the bravest drivers on the planet. These athletes push the limits of what's possible, showcasing their skills and courage on every lap. But where did this crazy race begin? Let's rewind to the early 1900s. It was a time when the world was just starting to fall in love with the automobile. Back then, Europe was buzzing with something called Grand Prix racing. These races were the talk of the town, drawing huge crowds and showcasing the latest in automotive technology. Picture this. Cars zooming down public roads, taking sharp turns, and navigating through the countryside. It was a thrilling and dangerous spectacle. Drivers were pushing their machines to the absolute limit, testing both their skills and the capabilities of their cars. It was a true test of man and machine. These early races were like the building blocks of what would become Formula One. They laid the foundation for the high-speed, high-stakes competition we know today. After World War II, the world was ready for something new and exciting. People wanted to create a super special championship for these speedy race cars, something that would bring nations together. So, in 1950, the FIA, which is like the big boss of motorsports, created the first official Formula One World Championship. This was a monumental moment in racing history. The very first race? It was held in Silverstone, England, a place that would become iconic in the world of motorsport. And an Italian driver named Giuseppe Farina took home the trophy, marking the beginning of a new era in racing. This was just the start of what would become a global phenomenon. The early days of Formula One were full of legendary drivers who were basically superheroes behind the wheel. These pioneers of speed and precision laid the foundation for what the sport would become, pushing the limits of both man and machine. One of these legends was Juan Manuel Fangio, an awesome driver from Argentina who ruled the sport in the 1950s. Fangio's dominance was unparalleled and his name became synonymous with excellence in racing. Fangio was known for his incredible control of the car and his ability to stay calm under pressure, which helped him win a whopping 5 world championships. His strategic mind and fearless driving style made him a formidable competitor on any track. But Fangio wasn't alone. The 1950s were a golden era for Formula One, filled with numerous talented drivers who each brought their unique flair to the sport. Other amazing drivers like Alberto Ascari and Stirling Moss also made their mark on the sport. Ascari, with his smooth driving style, and Moss, known for his versatility and sportsmanship, were true icons of their time. These guys became super famous, and their names were known around the world for their bravery and skill. They captivated audiences and inspired future generations of racers. And the cars they drove? Classics like the Maserati 250F and the Mercedes-Benz W196 are still remembered by car enthusiasts today. These machines were marvels of engineering, representing the pinnacle of automotive technology of their era. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s, a time when Formula One cars got a serious upgrade. British teams like Lotus, Brabham, and McLaren became the stars, introducing cool new stuff like stronger car frames and those awesome wings you see on the back of race cars today. These changes made the cars go even faster and the races even more exciting. But sadly, this era also had its share of sadness. With cars becoming faster, the risks were higher, and some drivers tragically lost their lives. Drivers like Jim Clark and Jochen Rindt will always be remembered, and their accidents reminded everyone that safety had to be a top priority in the sport. Now let's talk about the 1980s and 90s, a time when Formula One became even more high-tech, and the competition was fierce. Turbocharged engines were introduced, which basically acted like superchargers for the cars, making them insanely fast. Drivers like Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna, and Nigel Mansell became global superstars, known for their incredible talent and fierce determination. Speaking of fierce, the rivalry between Senna and Prost is legendary. They pushed each other to the limit on the track, creating some of the most unforgettable moments in Formula One history. And then there was Michael Schumacher, a German driver who would become a legend in his own right, dominating the sport in the 1990s. As we entered the 2000s and 2010s, a new generation of stars emerged like Fernando Alonso, who brought a fresh wave of talent and competition to the sport. Alonso's skill and determination on the track made him a fan favorite and a formidable opponent. Alongside him were legends like Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. These guys continued to break records and inspire fans worldwide, each bringing their unique style and charisma to the races. Hamilton's dominance and Vettel's strategic prowess kept audiences on the edge of their seats. Technology kept advancing too, with hybrid engines and super sleek designs making the cars faster and more efficient. Innovations in aerodynamics and material science have pushed the boundaries of what's possible, making each new season more thrilling than the last. Today, Formula One is thinking about the future. The goal is to be environmentally friendly by 2030, with a strong focus on sustainability and reducing the carbon footprint of the sport. This ambitious plan includes not just the cars, but the entire ecosystem of Formula One. Teams are testing out eco-friendly fuels and technologies, aiming to revolutionize the way we think about racing. Plus, new rules have been introduced to make the races even more exciting and unpredictable, ensuring that every race is a spectacle. With young stars like Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc challenging the veterans, Formula One is set for an amazing future. These rising talents are not just competing, they're redefining the sport with their bold moves and fearless driving. The sport is all about pushing the limits of what's possible, and we can't wait to see what happens next. Every race is a new chapter in the thrilling story of Formula One, and the future looks brighter than ever.